family to get the channel to 7.5k by the end of the year. Let's go. So, as you know, Donyell Malen became a bit of a hero for Villa in the first half of the season, right? Scoring goals, just playing like a man that actually cared about the badge. And then we went and sent him out on loan to Roma with an obligation to buy. Now, today, there's been loads of tweets going around. I'll pop them out on the screen. That Roma are going to take up that obligation, and you'll see why in a minute, to sign Donyell Malen permanently for 25 million euros, plus the 2 million euro loan fee that we did pay as well. Now, let's bear in mind, we signed him for like 20 million or 22 or 23 million euros, so we've made like a 4 million euro profit. Whoop-de-bloody-do. I know he was on high wages. But he was actually earning them at the bloody club. Now, why do I think we fumbled so badly with Donyell Malen? It's like a comedy Acme, Wile E. Coyote, Roadrunner fumble of this. Like it was, you know, when they're doing all the sound effects and stuff like that. Because, you know, he wanted to play as a number 9. We said no. We've got Ollie Watkins, one of the worst number 9s. No, that's so harsh, isn't it? But over the last 12 months, Ollie Watkins has been terrible, dreadful, awful. But no. Unai Emery's love for Ollie Watkins continues, and Donyell Malen was shipped out so that we could bring in Tammy Abraham, who you might think might be transformative for the club. He's getting about 2 minutes in the Premier League. Under who? Ollie Watkins. At some point you have to question this. Because Donyell Malen's gone to Roma and he's smashing it. I'll tell you what, let's just go and see how much he's smashing it. And yeah, you've seen it already. 5 games, 5 starts, 391 minutes played, 5 goals already for Roma. And no, he hasn't been playing the quote-unquote lesser teams in Serie A. He's just scored 2 against Napoli, I think, and we'll go down and we'll have a look at it as well. Why did we sell him? For barely any profit at all? Why? There might be a reason. To bring Tammy Abraham in, he wasn't even starting, and we'll get onto that in a little bit of time. But again, you might be thinking, well, maybe the Italian league suits him better, right? Maybe he's playing worse teams. Maybe he's playing blah, 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 blah. But let's go down here and look at him in the Premier League for Villa this season. Bearing in mind, he only played, 645 minutes? He barely started in the Premier League. Let's look at his per 90, shall we? Goals per 90 for Villa in the Premier League before we sold him in the top 5th percent in the league. Expected goals per 90 in the top 4th percent. Non-penalty XG in the top 2%. Shots in the top 3%. Shots on target in the top 6% as well. Forget all the other stats. He wanted to play as a number 9 and score goals. That's what he done. Even in the short time he was here, he was in the top 25th effectively percentile for goals. And he got an assist as well. But what's happening since we've sold him? Serie A. Let's have a little look here. There you go. 2-2 draw against Roma yesterday. Scored 2 goals. If we look at his games here, scored 2 against Cagliari as well. Got a goal against Torino as well. Blanked against Milan and Udinese. But come back with an absolute vengeance in his most recent games. And this is a player that's just literally got transferred and he just boom straight in. No time to adapt. No time really to, properly like Emery does, bed players in for 12 months. Straight in, bang, he's scoring goals straight away. Already, let's look at his per 90 stats. Boom, he's already 1.15 goals per 90. He's at the top 100th percentile for that. His XG on target, again. He's just continuing all the same trends that he was showing at Villa, but at a different club. And he's just gone in, he's banged it straight away. You look at his seasonal statistics for Villa. This season, he had 3 and 6 in the Europa League as well. 7 in 29. You compare this to, again, I know we probably just can't sell Ollie Watkins because no one bloody wants him anymore. But Watkins this season's only got 8 goals in the Premier League, and that's from 25 games, 1,900 minutes played. What's he got in the Europa League? Oh, none in 8. Didn't score in the EFL Cup. Didn't score in the FA Cup. Mate, this guy's been dreadful for so long. I didn't even care that he got 16 goals in the Premier League last season. 1 goal in 12 in the Champions League, by the way, last year. Look at Ollie Watkins. Oh, my God. 6, 5.7, 6.8. 1 good game against Newcastle where he got a goal right towards the end. 6.2, 6.2, 6. Look, expected goals underperforming that. What a surprise. What a surprise. You know what? His stats here actually look all right. You know, and I'll hold my hands up. It's statistic-wise, you'd think Ollie Watkins is still having a really good season. He has been terrible, but you might think, right? I don't know. I typed in Malen, and for some reason he came up. Malen Encia. So we've looked at Malen, right? Maybe Ollie Watkins, yeah, statistically fits the right. So we sold Malen to get this lad in, right? Tammy Abraham. And again, I know Emery likes to bed players in somewhat for some type of time. Started one game against Brentford because Ollie Watkins was injured. And then guess what? 4 minutes against Bournemouth. 15 against Brighton. He got, and again, I'm not counting the Newcastle game because we had to rest players because it was a cup game. Do you think he's going to get more than 15 minutes against Leeds? Because I don't. So what are we doing? He's older. Worse injury record than Donyell Malen. You know, let's not forget, for Roma, did he do it like Donyell Malen was doing it in his last few seasons for Roma? It's the reason I'm scrutinising it so much is because a lot's going to be made out of Aston Villa's transfers, right? A lot is going to be made out of Aston Villa's transfers because we are so under the microscope of the FA, of the UEFA, of all of these SCR, PSR, FFP, all that stuff. We're under it massively. So we're going to be scrutinised. And I know Tammy took a big wage cut to come to Villa. I know Marlon was on high wages. But it has to be a risk versus reward because Marlon was doing it for Villa. You know, he was doing it for Villa. And we get rid of him. Now we bring Tammy in. Is he going to have the same impact? So far, it doesn't seem like he will. And that's why I think it's so frustrating for a Villa fan to see this type of thing happening. Because we all love Donyell. And if it is a purely financial thing, then well done. The rules are working exactly how they're meant to, protecting the elite like Tottenham who can get relegated and probably still spend more than us. And pushing down the plucky up-and-comers. And I just think that this Donyell Malen situation is just so sad. Because he's going to go now. And we've missed out on a good talent who was doing it. And we can't keep him. It's just the lay of the land. What do you think? Comment down below. Downtrodden.